Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HBars 3 replay. Spawn on top left side is the blue Dutch with Artisticcheese, I think. Spawn on bottom right side is the red Ethiopians with Vindian. And something to note as well, there are yaks on this map. Yaks are like cows, which means very good. I get the replays from mix from the from Discord channel. I'm not sure if I should say their Discord channel or not. Probably safe to find. It's nothing political. It's the Sombreros. I think it's called the Sombreros Discord channel, and as well as from a ESO3 site. Where I also get the replays. I need to actually look up how that one's called. And I can just do that right now while the beginning early eco phase is. Yeah, ESO community. Sorry for that horrendously bad answer. We also got the hunting dogs, the village dogs, being researched pretty quickly. Red does find some more yaks. They don't. Oh, wait, I just realized something. Yaks are pretty good for the Ethiopian player to tame for the livestock market. So that's actually really something important that the Ethiopian player should focus down and not be killing off the native cat population for a little bit of 80 wood. Because those cows will pay much larger dividends. Literally with the market. Local cat does go down. Another yak obtained. And there's still one more yak over here. We got the colonial gunslinger not being punched in the face by an envoy. That's how you be an envoy. You punch people in the face. We do have a deck select here, SS1. We got Trinity, Tabut, Wood, Coin, Influence, Gassienas, Shotel Warriors, Gassiena Damage, Gassena, really don't know how to pronounce any sort of name in this game. Falez Castle, Beekeepers, Sudanese Allies, Coin, Influence, Gassienas, Shotel Warriors, Sebestible Mortar, Jiwa Riders, Javelin Riders, and Ormo Warriors armor attack hit points increased. Tigray Menkonen, which I'm not familiar with that one. Ships additional Raws. Also improving Neftana attacks. Usuya reforms give villagers better collection rates for all resources. Jesuits, British firearms, Sebestible Mortar, Chiwa elites, and Berber allies. The Dutch is going for the quartermaster while he's going for the Abi Shah. I butchered that name as well. And we got a land. We got villagers, bank, militia, merchants, boards of wood, more wood, bikes, hussars, bank wagon, riding school, religious freedom, higher Irish brigadiers, wood halberdiers, Sua regiment, giving ships of a regiment of musket armed blue guard from the homeland, enables me to be trained at forts, skirmishers, hussars, routiers, cavalry combat, fort, royal mint, field of speculation, factory. Let's see, just discover a whole bunch of natives. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the natives on this map since I got confused or trying to pronounce stuff. We got the Yorbara, which can give you access to Yorbara Oro Legionaries and Yorbara Esso Riders, as well as the Sudanese, which can give you access to Sudanese Dervish, and with some mercenaries, the Askari and the Senar Horsemen. Senar Horsemen, I think, like 1,500 health, something ridiculously heavy. Camp Builder and a Mountain Monastery. War camp going on up.
Hello.
Gem of wood there, just more villagers. Got third bank going on up. Mountain monastery. Oh, that is an aggressive mountain monastery. Trying to steal some coin from his opponent. These are gold mines, so they do last a bit of time. Silver there, more silver there. Yeah, he's claimed both the gold mines of his mountain monasteries. And is there any other gold mines? That's more silver. There's a bit of gold there, and no, and gold there. Going for the Faluz Castle. Also gives him tokens of influence as well as a palace builder. Stable going on up in house. He may be eyeing for some hussars or routier. Let's tend to go for skirmishers and routier, both of them light units. So going for more light range units would be useful, and perhaps a cannon to take on the skirmisher of some sort. Of course, is Ethiopians. They're a little bit different when it comes to building traditional stuff. The Dutch is not eyeing for a massive round of research. We got a very fine coat, lacquered mines, hunting doggos, and blunderbuss. His opponent is now bringing the tribal societies. I do not know what that research does. I don't know much of the Hisua or Ethiopian research. They tend to get a bit chaotic with all the ages of all the research they can get for me. Got Javelin Riders not being put on field, which are a Dragoon variant. We have now a round of Hussars there. The Javelin Riders will be very useful against them. And Dutch tend to go for a large number of skirmishers, so the Gasinas, however you pronounce it, are a musketeer variant, so they're heavy infantry. So there may be a relatively poor unit deployed out against the Dutch, but he does not have any skirmishers on the field. So this force does pose a threat. Banks have a large amount of health, so it's not easy just to quickly torch down. Hussars pushing down back. Javelin Riders. Ooh, got some exposed villagers here. He does spot them thanks to the hut. Got the Gasinas trying to push away over here to protect. Now got some Shotel Warriors. Shotel Warriors are a shock infantry unit. They do a slight bonus versus light infantry, so they will be very effective versus skirmishers, but they are vulnerable to routiers. Villagers over here as well. He's been sending his villagers out in groups of 3, looks like. One villager does go down. The Dutch can age up. What to what? He is going to be aging up with the bishop. This will allow him to move diagonally a little bit better. Rural hunters now being researched, which I'm assuming improves hunting food collection rates. I was like, sure. The monastery has been spotted once again. He had it spotted earlier. And I'm about ready to sneeze. Sorry about that. Ethiopian player has now available another shipment. Going for a shipment of coin. Villagers do take some hits there. And now he's in the middle of his opponent's base. Hussars can't really engage his force. So the warriors have bad siege damage. Dervishes have also bad siege damage, being a skirmish variant. More of our counter unit. Their damage is a little bit lower, but have massive anti-heavy multipliers. So against skirmishers, they won't be that great since skirmishers rely on higher base damage and smaller multipliers. So right now, the Dutch is playing Ring Around the Rosie. Now bring in the town militia research as well as the bishop. There's more villagers over here. Pretty far from aging up at the moment. Okay, that's what I'm seeing on the map. I see the map there, like some sort of plus formation. It's the Abans there collecting for the mountain monster, which this gold is almost completely seized. You can let that expire by the mountain monster and maybe try pushing to over here if he wants to be aggressive. There's the covered wagon. Move diagonally up to this region as the bishop intended. Now I got some root here being planted on the field. Those dervishes will be very useful against them. They're, of course, a native unit, so he actually did get the natives. They have low health, good multipliers. They will be effective versus those routier. Wait. Do they not do bonus damage versus light range? Wait. These guys do not do bonus damage versus light cavalry. Am I misreading this? Okay. Like if I were to compare the skirmishers at this point on the bottom field, they get bonus damage versus light cavalry, but dervishes do not. I did not realize that. I knew they were light infantry, but I didn't realize they didn't get that bonus. So they're more of a specialist light infantry. They do have higher attack speed at 2.5, as well as a really high attack speed of 1. But that is something to keep in mind. Do not build these guys against, also against Dutch. They will not be effective versus skirmishers, having low base damage, and they will have no bonuses versus routier. Important to remember. Mountain Monastery Builder, make it overran. Now he's going to be hunting him down. Does shoot him up. Does go down there. Javelin Riders push right forward. Shotel Warriors getting some shots there. Routier do bonus damage versus hand shock like the Shotel Warriors. And these Gassinas are, of course, a heavy infantry, so they should be effective versus the Dragoons. They're effective versus everything, just receive more damage by certain things. And they're moving away slowly, taking quite a bit of damage there. More routier now being pulled on out. And sort of stop moving there. Now he's going for the fort. Some of these villagers may get hit as well. Routier will do less damage versus them, but Hussars will still do full damage to them. Oh, they also get a fast attack speed if the enemies are close as well, so they do have a good DPS at close range. But the lack of damage versus light cavalry is a little bit shocking to me. They're just an anti-musketeer unit. Let's just leave it at that. They have a watchtower here.
Commando.
Fighting some fire support. More routier now being blown out. We got the fortress now being blown on the field. Fort Gildra. Now he's going for our Nefantanya, which are a skirmisher unit, an actual proper skirmisher. You can also age up right now. And he's aging up to age 4 to the Somalis. I didn't realize he went to age 3, so we've got age 4 Somalis now being researched. And we've got some Jesuits, which are a Dragoon variant with pretty good base damage. Conquistadors. Age of Empires 2, fan favorite. More elite Neftanyas. However you pronounce that. I can't pronounce any word in this game. It's all foreign to me. And you can see here, these guys do bonus damage to light cavalry. Light range cavalry, I should say. Is there any light cavalry that's melee only? I know there is some heavy range cavalry in the game, but is there any light melee cavalry in the game? Try to go for a mountain monster here, but the villagers getting hit. Villagers are throwing some arrows in for the pathetically poor damage. Blue has just mass root here, so going for more of those Neftanias would be excellent, being an anti-light cavalry unit. They will do less damage versus cavalry, but they will be countered out doing additional lot of bonus damage versus light cavalry. However, there are now some falconets here. It's a good unit to escort the routier. He is going for some more champion Somali Isa warriors. He is, of course, the next next age. Elite Nefanta's damage and hit points wouldn't be half bad. Maybe the Berber Riders as well. They said they do bonus damage versus cavalry. Not sure if the class was heavy, maybe not so much. Falconets getting some great damage there. Shota Warriors find a flanking opportunity. Routiers do bonus damage versus the Shota Warriors. One of those does go down the Falconets. And now it's pushing way forward. Chestwits pushing way forward. Guard Conquistadors, they have 28 range base damage as well as a slight AoE. That AoE actually makes them pretty good against infantry in general. Now we got another round of elite javelin riders. He's going for the Sebastopol mortars. So I guess Mountain Monster has been cleaned on up. And we've got a Mountain Monster going up, being built by, I think that may be by a builder. Got a force of 61 versus a force of 17. The Dutch is lacking some units. However, has a massive number of falconets. Sebastopol mortars push right forward. They do great damage versus structure. They actually just do good damage in general. No bonus damage versus infantry, less damage versus cavalry. And that one got annihilated. Does get hits on the falconets. They actually do 25% damage versus falconets, so it was not a good idea to hit the falconets. But he still has a massive ground force here to overrun his opponent. Falconets are pushing way forward, which is a bit foolish. We're seeing massive damage there. And if he would have kept a little bit back and fight around the fort, he'd probably be much better off. It looks like he also pulled his Avens here. Avens are good collective of food, but right now it'd be very useful collecting up healing up all these units. He could move closer to a mountain monster as well to get more health regen as well. His force is wounded. Getting them healed up is quite nice. Now he's going for the Berber allies, as well as more Neftanias. Routier now being pulled out, as well as more falconets. He's still age 3, not age 4. He has plenty of food. Needs more coin. Blue Guard will not be useful. He's starting to pull out more skirmishers, so they will be countered. Dragoons or skirmishers wouldn't be half bad. Maybe cavalry combat as well. And now I got some hits there. Conquistadors conquering the land. And let's see, the Berber Riders. Champion Berber Camel Riders. They do have a good hand attack, which does ×2 damage versus cavalry, more damage versus shock, more damage versus artillery, less damage versus light infantry, so they do less damage versus skirmishers, as well as less damage versus villagers, but only by a small amount. And they are classified as probably as heavy cav. Wait, no, the classified as light range. Berber Camel Riders are classified as light range. Oh, they're in a melee attack mode stance. They must have a range attack then. Routier are getting engaged. They're getting ripped apart by the Camel Riders.
Hello?
He put these guys in melee attack mode to engage Routier in melee, and since they're light, they don't receive bonus damage to the Routier. So you just crush the Routiers there. Great counterplay. Now do you see the red lancers, which I believe are not going to be useful in this situation. And some hussars. We got the special mortar engaging the fort. There's red lancers, which are of course a really bad damage multiplier. Slight damage versus infantry, and slight less damage against heavy. Slightly less damage, but they do have good health and damage, so they're a good heavy hussar variant.
Ik voel me nu wat sterker.
Fortress starting to go on down here. Over here, we do have... Trying to find the mountain monastery there. Red's pulling back his cavalry and engage this cavalry force. It is a sizable cavalry force, that's for sure. Can kill off a good number of villagers. His ground force could try putting away forward, but doesn't, and needs a cavalry support. I see a bunch of falconets there. Villagers going down. The Dutch right now has 60 villagers. Opponent has at 42, so Dutch has more economy, especially with the banks. The Dutch, let's see, the max villager count is what, 60?
Climb.
We click on one.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, 50, not 60.
Climb.
Hussars, all these being pursued by these various light cavalry. So this force is going to get hard to counter if they stop moving. Got some routiers here. And we now got the cavalry push way forward. Falconets engaging. He may lose a stable. Against all the light cavalry, he needs to pull out skirmishers. Zooming out more routier. He's being a bit too stubborn to switch to another composition. Conquistadors engaging as well. That's more light cavalry. Sebastopol mortar will get ripped apart, that's for sure. Red has a force here. It's going to be ripped apart by the falconets, but the falconets are getting overrun by the cavalry. And there goes all that force there. Blue's hussars getting ripped apart by the Berber camel riders. Oops. And that's probably going to be game. Blue's trying to pull out more routier. And he was just going to get ripped apart there. Trying to hit the Conquistadors. No. Conquistadors could be a unit that could be reclassified as a heavy range cavalry. But they are classified as light range. Another round of falconets there, but they can get overran. They get a great volley there, however. More routier now being pulled out. He's not back in the game just yet. Still has all 15 villagers alive. But some of them are getting hit now. So hitting the villagers right now is what's going to force the Dutch player back of the game. Sebastopol mortars or regular mortars engaging the fort does take it out, and blue does back of the game now. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.